From bad food to bad service, the Better Business Bureau receives dozens of complaints across Canada every day, but every now and then a complaint will come in that raises some eyebrows. Here to tell us more about the wildest submissions of 2023 is Neesha Hothi with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
This must be so eye-opening for you at the Better Business Bureau. It's like, what are people complaining about here?
Absolutely. I mean, we get just shy of 40,000 complaints over a year. And so, I mean, we see a lot. And there are definitely complaints that we can help with if you're looking for a specific resolution. But there are some that really are an opinion, perhaps less of a complaint.
And maybe elicit a little bit of an eye roll at the same time. Okay, we have a couple that we're going to share with you today. So a customer wanted the BBB to force a business to honor an advertised discounted price of a television that was no longer on sale anymore 2 months later, or months later.
So deceptive advertising practices, yes, we can talk to you about that. We can talk about misconduct. Unhappy that you missed a sale, not quite something we can help with. And so these types of things are not complaints per se. It's not in the service or product of the business. It's you're a little bit upset you've missed the window.
Yeah.
And so not my purview.
There was a sale and you weren't part of it.
You just missed it.
Yeah, it's called a sale for a reason.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here's another one. A customer wanted a refund for food that spoiled after the freezer they brought from a big box store broke down and stopped working. So they wanted a refund for the food that was in it.
This is the whole thing, right? So you try to attach a bunch of things to one thing. So if your freezer broke down, there's an issue there, absolutely. Go back from a warranty. You can go back to the big box retailer, absolutely. If there is an issue with how they handle that service and you want a resolution and you come to the BBB and say, hey, they're not coming to the table to have this conversation, can you help nudge this along? We can do that. But we can't really help you with the food that spoiled. It is an unfortunate reality of what has happened.
I think that's interesting because that's something that would be really bothersome if you lost a lot of your frozen food because of a problem, but can't claim that. Okay, and here's another one. A customer wanted a refund for a single frozen ready-at-home microwave dinner because it was spicier than advertised.
Could I say at a restaurant that it's not spicy enough? Like, am I allowed to say that? I think I could ask for extra spices on the side, right? Sure. But I can't get a refund because I didn't because of that issue. And it's not, and even if you could, if you want to go to the retailer and state your claim, absolutely. It's just not something the BBB can get involved in. We can get involved when you want a specific resolution and it's based on service or product that the business provided. There was a complaint we got that was about a lineup being too long at the bathrooms at a retailer. Not something related to their service or business. It's not, it was an unfortunate situation. I can see how that would be frustrating, but not something we can help with. And I think people need to remember that reviews and complaints are different. A review can be positive or negative, so it's feedback. Share that on a business profile. We have over 5 million people who come to check business profiles on our website. So that is fair game. Something
that they can probably complain to the business, but not necessarily to the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, I mean, we host those business profiles on our website. It's it's one of the largest indexed websites in the world. So you can share a review, as we call them, but a complaint is somewhere where you want us to help you resolve a problem, not necessarily share your personal grievances.
And some of these that we've shared aren't necessarily the most unusual. There's another one that you want to tell me about.
There was a great one from 2022 where a gentleman bought a round of drinks for some women at a bar. Fair practice, I've seen it happen, and wanted a refund when the women did not entertain his conversation.
So he thought that there should be results from the buying of the drinks.
I mean, I can see why you might have thought that, but if it didn't pan out, again, probably not the bar's fault.
It's your fault, not the bar's fault.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get these complaints, what do you do with them at that point?
So you have for a complaint to go through our process, it actually has to follow some criteria. And if it doesn't, we will let you know that and suggest if you'd like to share a review, which is our positive or negative feedback option. If it is something that we can help with, we will then take it out to the business and say, give them 14 days to respond. If they don't, give them another nudge. So a total process of 30 days. And some people don't like that it takes so long. Why isn't it just posted on the website? We want it out there. Well, it's about fairness over fault. We want to ensure that both parties have an opportunity to share their perspective on a situation. Maybe it's resolvable without it getting that far. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. So let's try to get both parties at the table, and then we'll see what happens.
For all the complaints, even the unusual ones.
Even the unusual ones.
Neesha Hothi with the BBB. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.